What up, y'all? This the ambassador of Cherry and Bunions, Radical Art, and this is going to be the first tutorial on this channel about animation, art, music, all that. Everything it takes for you to start from a beginner all the way to being able to make your own movie from the comfort of your own home on a minimal budget. And in this tutorial, as you can see, I'm using a program called Moho Pro version 12. This is the program that I use to animate and draw. I draw with a style called vector art. Vector art is different from pen and paper art or using a stylus and using digital art like an Apple pen or a Wacom pen. With this, I'm drawing with the trackpad, and I'm using lines and shapes because this is vector art. It's a style of art that's good when you doing digital animation, and this program is based on vector art. You can use a stylus if you prefer to draw traditionally, but this program shines with using lines and shapes and moving things around. And this is the program that I use to make my animations. You could draw in another program and import your art into this program and animate in this program because this program is good for animation. So if you use like Critter or Photoshop or any of those other drawing apps or tutorials, you could import those images into this program and use those for animation. But I don't do that. I just draw directly within this program using the tools available. And mainly the tools that I use are the add points tool, the I use the add points tool, then I use the manipulate points tool, I use the shapes tool, and the fill bucket, and the line width tool, and the line curvature tool, the tools that are actually on the left side of the screen. Those are the drawing tools. They also have a pencil tool that you could use if you want to draw directly in the program. If you have like a computer that has a drawing tablet, or you could like draw on it like a Windows Surface or a Lenovo Yoga, you could draw directly on the screen within the program using the pencil tool. I've done that before, and I didn't feel comfortable doing it. I was so used to drawing with the trackpad or a mouse because I've adjusted my brain to draw in that manner, and that's the best way to maneuver within this program here, Moho Pro. It's an affordable 2D animation program, and this is where I do a lot of my work in. When you on your animation journey, you're gonna be using other programs too, like a music program because you have to you might have want to make a score for your project, add background music, and also I also use a video editing program where you connect all your animation scenes within your video editing program to make a large project. So basically, within this program here, which is Moho Pro, you make individual scenes and then you render them into a MP4 file, and those you string those MP4 files within a video editing program, and from there you render all the clips put together, all the scenes put together, and your project is made. You can add your music within the video editing program and do all the stuff that video editing programs do. And you see me, I'm using the curvature tool because when you draw with lines, you get a lot of sharp corners. So you use the curvature tool to curve out the lines. And I'm just drawing a basic face in this here tutorial right here to get your feet wet to see what this animation journey is all about. Hopefully within the future you're going to be in a position where you can make a whole full-fledged movie and you'll post it on YouTube or Tubi, or who knows, you might pitch it to some big Hollywood producer and make millions of dollars, you know. This is where it all starts at right here. And I'm going to show you within this tutorial and future tutorials how to maneuver through this program, but more importantly, I'm going to build on what it takes to be an animator, because, I could get into all the technical stuff of, use this tool, use that tool, this does that, this does this. But the important thing is you got to know what it takes to be an animator, and what it takes is the basic things that you're not going to learn from these programs, and the basic things are writing and drawing. You have to do a lot of writing and drawing. That's important. If you're not writing, you don't have anything. So don't get boggled down with, I gotta know how to do this and that with the program. That's the easy part. You're gonna learn the program. That's easy. As long as you watch my tutorials, you're going to learn the program. What you need to do is focus on your writing. Without writing, you're not going to have anything to animate. And then also focus on improving your drawing. So, watch a lot of drawing tutorials. Watch my tutorials. And learn the basics of perspective drawing, character drawing, gesture drawing, things of that nature. And outside of the drawing, you also gonna and writing, that's gonna be real important too. Whether you like writing drama, adventure, comedy. Maybe you just wanna do music videos. You got the drawing is important and the writing is important, and also you gotta learn how to storyboard. Storyboarding is basically planning out your animation. So being that if you a solo animator, you don't have to get fancy with your storyboard. Your storyboard could just be written down to tell you what's going to happen in each scene, because you're going to need a blueprint when you do animation. Right now I'm just drawing this guy's face. It's real simple, because when you're drawing characters, you want to keep your characters kind of simple, because they're going to be doing a lot of movement, and you don't want to be drawing your characters real complicated, because that's a lot of movement going to be happening. But the backgrounds could be real elaborate and complicated, because the backgrounds don't move that much. So that's a little jewel I'm dropping on you. The things that move a lot, draw those simple, and the things that don't move a lot, you could put a lot of detail into it. That's the guy rendered right there. That's his face. When you in the program, it don't look like that much, but when you render it, that's when it looks real good. But yo, this is the first tutorial. I see y'all in the future. Peace.